What is going on, guys? It is Blink here, back with a new guide. Now, in this guide, we'll be talking about a few different situations geared towards the high ground. So guys, let's get to this guide. So, in this first example, I'll show you a way of getting the high ground back if you're in a similar situation. As me and this opponent built up, I tried dropping down on him, resulting in the loss of the high ground. Now, I instantly started shooting out his materials because there wasn't much support underneath. If you're in behind your opponent and he starts getting the high ground, shoot out his materials and build yourself right up because he's going to be dropping down as you build up. The situation is pretty common and you can usually spot the single staircase build up. So make sure you're shooting it down and instantly build up. In this next example, I'll show you how to avoid your opponent from even attempting to get the high ground. So if you've already slightly got the high ground and your opponent is just starting his build up, you might be wondering if you should shoot or build up. Well, at first you'll want to look at the weak support lines to shoot at. Your goal is to drop your opponent down before he gets onto your level. If you're not having any sort of luck, you'll then want to continue building up before he gets onto the same level. This allows you to get that head start to continue holding that high ground. Repeat the steps once you've gotten above your opponent a little more. The whole point in the starting shots is to avoid the build battle altogether. If you can pressure your opponent before he starts building up, then you'll get some damage done and you'll keep him on the low ground. Here's one more similar example showing you guys how I executed it. I built myself above this opponent, and once I was a few stories above, I started taking shots. Although he did get one of his walls connected before I could drop him, which allowed him to still maintain his height. So what I did was build a little higher and once again took more shots. The whole time I was applying pressure, not allowing him to comfortably get into a build battle with me. In this next example, I was able to damage this opponent and he landed up top to heal. As I built towards him, I continued shooting at his materials to not allow the heal to happen. I know my opponent hasn't gotten much healing off or any at all because he rebuilt the wall I shot. Once I got super close and he started shooting at my materials, my goal was to connect my materials to his. The reason for this is because he's not able to shoot me down since I've connected myself to a bigger support line. Now, he still has the high ground, and as we built off, I spotted a way to instantly give me the high ground. I placed a ramp right over top of his roof that now doesn't allow him to build straight up to keep maintaining the high ground. So a few things to take from this example: continue putting on shots to not allow your opponent to heal as you're building up. If you start getting shot at, your goal is to connect your pieces to your opponents to avoid getting shot down. If you're a little too far, then shooting back might be your best bet. Lastly, look for that open roof in your opponent's building, that way you can stop him from building higher by placing down a ramp. In this last example, I want to quickly talk about a few things. Now, if a player's taking shots at you as you're building, simply take shots back because you'll probably have the advantage since you'll be standing still. If he's taking shots and you're still able to set up enough materials to keep yourself steady on, then line up shots and take them back. You might catch him standing still for a few seconds like I did. He then tried building up, and a double ramp over top of him stopped any sort of build battle right from the start. Made a stair edit and got the finishing SMG elimination. So guys, that's it for this guide. I'll have plenty more different high ground situations I'll be able to give tips and tricks on in the future. And a like and a sub will be greatly appreciated as it does help me out a lot. Anyways guys, thanks for watching and hope you have a great rest of your day and night, and I'll see you on the next one.